question. How do we call him? He gave us a signal.
What up, Gotham Guardians and Arkham Adversaries? It's your boy Trey of the Bat Channel. We are live once again from the Bat Cave. But before we begin, Super Bro Corey, where you at, big fella?
What is up, everyone? How we doing tonight?
My man.
Glad to be back. I'm glad to be back tonight because this is going to be a damn good show.
Damn good show because a lot has been going on. I don't know if you know this.
Oh, really? What's been going on? A ton's been going on?
Tons. And I mean, like, Thanksgiving, like, blew up. Like, I feel like there's a change in the wind, Corey. A change in the wind. And
you're telling me that there's something to be thankful for?
There certainly is. Thanks to a certain ZS, Zack Snyder. That man, he's given us more and more to be thankful for. I mean, we already got the Snyder Cut this year, and in my opinion, that is still probably the best film of 2021. Ghostbusters Afterlife was a solid ass film. It was really good.
Yeah.
ZSJL though was a masterpiece.
I still can't believe it was this year that it was released. Like, man, it's
kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, that's been a long year.
That you realize it's like already we're almost to the year anniversary of Zack Snyder's Justice League, and
oh gosh,
yeah, right. And when you think about it, November 17th was like 2017. So yeah, this is the 4-year anniversary, right? Am I thinking of this? Yeah, 4-year anniversary of We Don't Talk About It, Justice League. But yay. Zack, we'll go into a little bit more about Zack Snyder and what he's been doing and all the big updates. Corey, quick question for you before we get into our show, really. Do you watch Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous at all?
I do not, but I've obviously seen, your trailer reaction videos, and you actually kind of piqued my curiosity. I do want to check it out.
It's actually, I know it's a kid's show, but it's actually really good, especially in like the Jurassic Park universe, Jurassic World universe, and the fact that it's technically canon. Everything that's happening in the show makes Jurassic World's trilogy all the more exciting as it leads up to Jurassic World Dominion. Well, the reason why I bring it up is season 4 begins tomorrow, right? Yeah, December 3rd, tomorrow. Holy hell.
Yeah.
We're going to have a busy weekend. Corey and I have a wedding to go to celebrate our cousin getting married.
Yeah. Chelsea and Frensky, super excited for that.
Yeah. And then, I'll be jamming with Jurassic World for a bit. I highly recommend Jurassic World if anyone hasn't seen it. Camp Cretaceous is actually a pretty darn good show. And Netflix has some more good shit coming out, whether it's from Zack Snyder, Rebel Moon. They're starting to work on production with that soon. Lucas Ironside, my man. Oh, you're doing the Spider-Man with the Chris. You're getting all ready for No Way Home, huh? Did you get a ticket, Lucas? I'd be curious, brother.
I have to tell you, when we were watching Ghostbusters Afterlife and that trailer came on, I was like, "Oh, damn, that's a Marvel movie that has piqued my curiosity, and I'm kind of excited for it."
Well,
especially
Go ahead.
Especially, you know, that they're bringing in all the old Peter Parkers and stuff like that too. It's going to play to that what I want the Flashpoint to be.
Yeah. I'll be honest. Literally, the only reason why I'm excited for No Way Home is the fact that they're bringing in Toby, Andrew. I mean, and you know,
Right?
Kevin Feige's like trying to keep it under wraps. Like it's not happening. Trying to keep it quiet. He
Dig
having
on
the
this.
scope on people if they're going to try to spill it. It's gonna happen, man. We know this. We know this. I've seen this. I've done this.
I just hope he shows up and he's like, dig on this.
Oh no. He just comes out and he's just like,
Yeah.
you get your trilogy when you fix this damn door. But Yellow
Freezy
Devil,
Beast.
brother, it is good to see you. And you're going classic again. Justice League needed an Oscar. You got stuff. He's just trolling away. Yellow Devil. Bad damn, my man. What are you and Corey actually? We are. He is actually my blood brother. If you haven't been able to notice, but our personalities are fairly the same.
I'm not related.
I'm definitely the better looking of the pair. You know? Because I said it's amazing
Debatable.
what we all accomplished. It is, sir. It is. Batfleck, I'm excited for No Way Home. That's good. Yeah, I think it's actually gonna be a good movie, and it sounds like it's gonna kill at the box office because it's shutting down AMC and Fandango ticket sales. So good for them. I'm excited for it as a superhero fan, and Spider-Man is actually one of my more favorite Marvel characters. I won't lie to you guys when I say Tom Holland's he's not my favorite. I think, as I put it, Tobey Maguire was the best Peter Parker, maybe not the best Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield, in my opinion, was an amazing Spider-Man, play on words, but maybe not a great Peter Parker. And then Tom Holland, in my opinion, is just good at both, which he's not the best at the either side, but I think
like
he's
when
nice
you're
with it.
setting up a character or like a player in like NFL or NBA or one of those games, and then you're like, all right, do you want to be really good at 3 points, or do you want to be really good in the paint? You know,
or
you want to be
balanced player?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely Tom Holland. So I mean, and he's going to get a trilogy. Good for him on that, and I think that's the right move. I mean, he's so young. Why not use him for the next 10 years? Kind of like Henry frickin' Cavill. Kevin Feige, Toby and Andrew aren't on No Way Home. Yeah, they're not on No Way Home. I claim neither one of them. That's not fair, Deadpool. I put you in my my countdown. You should be nice to me. Manton says, go back one.
Yep.
And that was Vincent D'Onofrio was not in Hawkeye episode 3. Oh, I haven't seen Hawkeye at all, so no Hawkeye spoilers. Tom Holland, best Spider-Man actor, but the worst written. You know what? I'll give you credit on that one. I think that's a good way to put it. I'm excited for Witcher season 2 and then No Way Home. Oh man, Witcher, hell yeah. Especially we watched my wife and I, Wonder Wife Sarah and I watched Witcher again, season 1, and I really love season 1, but I will say I still have my biggest issue with it is that they too many timeline jumps and like you never know where you are time wise because they're flipping through past, present, all in one episode, and that's kind of difficult to. It's kind of difficult to keep track. They maybe should have put like a subtitle saying, "Hey, 8 years from now," or a year ago, or something to that effect to kind of help you keep up with the story, especially for me who hasn't read the books. I did order them for my wife so she can kind of be my smart person for it. But Lucas Iron says it's been 8 years, bro. We need Man of Steel 2. Amen.
I agree.
That, amen to that. Breezy Beast.
Breezy Beast.
How's it going? Tom Holland is a great Spider-Man. Yeah, I think overall he's pretty good.
I would say for me too. The reason I guess I didn't really give Tom Holland as much of a chance as the other ones, and same with Andrew
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, the reason I didn't give him much of a chance is because I wanted them to really play out the Tobey Maguire one. And I get frustrated with movies and franchises when they change characters so much. So, for example, it's the same reason why I'm not giving really Robert Pattinson a chance, because right now Batman should still be, what's his name, Trey?
Affleck.
Batfleck, baby.
Batfleck. All the
And
way.
that's why I'm frustrated with Sparkle Bats.
Oh my god, Sparkle Bats! Come on, man, give him a chance. No, I'm just kidding. No, you know how I feel. I've said it a million times of how I feel about Robert Pattinson's Batman. I think he'll do a great job. I think the movie itself is going to be a really great movie. I want Ben Affleck's Batman. I want his movie. I want his story arc, and I'm glad that they're doing this multiverse so that there can be Ben Affleck's Batman around, just like how Spider-Man No Way Home is going to have multiple Spider-Men. I don't think they're going to continue on with Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire. I mean, I would love for them to have done Amazing Spider-Man 3, because where they left us in Amazing Spider-Man 2, that hurt me. You know, I needed them to finish that story. So, and I'm one of the weird people that actually enjoyed Amazing Spider-Man 2, but I think I liked it partly because of the soundtrack written by Hans Zimmer, because I thought that was a great score.
I liked your version of it, your adaptation.
Oh yeah. That was, oh man, that was a while ago. That's brilliant. Yeah, I did an arrangement of the Amazing Spider-Man track, and it was literally it was like a competition thing where Hans like literally just released the first like 4 clips where it was like da 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 dun 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 dun, and that was it. So we had to like come up with a different arrangement for it. I think it's on SoundCloud still. God, I'll have to listen to it. It's been a while.
Is it on YouTube too? I think we put it on YouTube as well.
Maybe, but I don't know what the channel was called at that time. That was like a video that I put on just for fun, and yeah, I don't know. I'll have to check that out. That's interesting.
Yeah, we'll have to play it for everybody someday.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be fun. But if you guys haven't already, it always helps out our channel when you guys smash that like, when you share this video and get your friends involved in the live chat. I always say the more active the live chat is, the more fun it is. So get your friends in, and then make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode, because hey, that's what it's all about. And subscribe. Definitely subscribe, because I have a goal. I'm probably not going to hit the goal, but I was kind of hoping to hit 1,300 subscribers by the end of the year. I don't know. You never know. Some weird jump could happen, and I'll just say cool. But thank you guys so much when you guys support us that way. It's awesome. In terms of super chat,
tell us about super chat. People are actually asking about it.
Oh, someone was. Oh, well, thank you. If anyone was planning on supporting our channel through super chat, which is always most appreciated. Which, Corey, hey, I'll finish this before I go on a tangent. For some reason, YouTube like unmonetized us. I'm not sure why. They didn't give like a reason, and no one like flagged our channel. It was just,
they're haters,
I guess. I mean, maybe it's because Walter Amato was like, get this guy to stop talking, please. But they like unmonetized us for some reason. They wanted me to get like the AdSense pin code again to get that all started. So I'm in the process of doing that to remonetize our channel. Like I said, they didn't flag us or say we did anything wrong. Just for some reason, I think a glitch happened, and they are like, hey, please re-sign up for monetization. And I thought I completed it, but they were like, oh, but you need your pin code. And I was like, well, I don't have that. So they just mailed it. We got it. We'll be back up to that. So if you do feel like supporting us through super chat in the future, like I said, always much appreciated. Sometimes we make it a donation to American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, which, Corey, I actually found out based off all the money we have raised through you guys, our viewers, and super chat. Whenever our first check gets in, it's going to be like $400 that we're going to be able to donate to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
Woo-hoo.
So that's some cool stuff. That makes me like all warmed up inside for that. So I'm excited to finally get that and send it in. But Corey, are you ready?
By the way, I found the Amazing Spider-Man 2 song.
Oh dear God. Well,
yeah.
Maybe we'll play it at the end. But first, let's get into the show.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Talk about first, right?
So let's talk about some Batgirl. Ooh. Batgirl has been a very interesting topic when it comes to SnyderVerse stuff. This entire video is really going to be SnyderVerse focused. So if people are in for like Jurassic World or Witcher, I'm sorry that this show's not going to be about that really. But it's mostly going to be about the SnyderVerse stuff. And with Batgirl, it's been an interesting situation because it seems like most of us can't really, we don't feel confident that it's a part of the Snyderverse. We do know officially that J.K. Simmons is going to be in the show. It's not from third-party articles or like Verity and stuff like that, or just saying J.K. Simmons is a part of it. J.K. Simmons himself confirmed that he will be in Batgirl. As he says, I was completely flabbergasted that they came back to me recently and wanted to have me as Commissioner Gordon again. I get on board sometime in January over at Glasgow. And he did this, I think it was called like Sad and Bad Podcast. It was something like that. And I watched the video and he's like, yeah, I can't believe I'm coming back. And I'm going to, he says it in this way, I'm going to be James Gordon once and for the future. The fact that he says for the future tells me that he's in it quite a bit. And he says he's a major role in Batgirl, and that, you know, originally he was signed on for 3 projects. I'm thinking there's a lot going on. The fact that J.K. Simmons is back as Leslie Grace's dad for Batgirl, that's looking pretty good. I mean, Corey, me personally, I'm a huge J.K. Simmons fan. I loved him since, you know, Spider-Man when he plays J. Jonah Jameson, and he's the best at that. The fact that they're bringing him back for Spider-Man No Way Home, and he's coming back as James Gordon, and he's not my tempo, Corey.
Not my tempo, Trey.
Not my J.K. Simmons is a great actor. I'm really excited to see that for him to come back. But more importantly, Corey, can you go to the next slide?
Absolutely.
So we've been getting some images from the Batgirl crew, and Adele R. Arby, who is one of the directors with Balafala, he released a photo that said, hey, day 1 of Batgirl, they're starting, they're getting ready, and he shows the film slate. And what's cool about this is we're already kind of getting some of our ideas about it. Some people think maybe the show takes place during Christmas. I'm not sure I fully am convinced on that. I mean, that could have been just a decoration on set to celebrate the holidays at the moment. But maybe it is taking place during the holidays with, as we know, Brendan Fraser is going to be playing Firefly, which is freaking awesome. You know me, Corey. I love Brendan Fraser. I think he's such a cool guy. Batman says, to me, same actors from the Snyderverse does not make it. Snyderverse Justice League also had Snyderverse actors. Yes, I hear what you're saying, Batman, but I think the important thing is the fact that, well, here's a perfect example. The Flash movie with Ben Affleck coming back. I don't think Ben Affleck would come back if it was a continuation of Justice League. He has said on many occasions how much he hated that take on Batman, and basically it's one of the reasons why he quit being Batman, and yet he came back. He came back for more Snyder Cut. When Zack asked if he would do additional photography, he came back for that. He came back for the Flash and made changes to the scripts to fit what he wants. And now you're getting some of this with Batgirl. I mean, a lot of the questions was Balafala and Adele Arby were asked, well, who's Batman in your show? And they said the real Batman. And everyone was like, well, what the hell does that mean? Well, the facts are you got J.K. Simmons, who is Commissioner Gordon for Ben Affleck's Batman.
Mm-hmm.
You got now this little picture from Natalie Holt, who is the composer, interesting enough, for Batgirl. She also did Loki and a few other great projects. She had posted a picture on set, which she has since taken down. Interesting.
The picture
enough.
on the right? Yep,
Trey? You can't find it. And it's a picture of the costume set, and you see police department of Gotham City. Now, here's what's interesting. Corey, do you recognize this patch at all?
Looks like a police department patch, Trey.
Thank you, Corey. Captain Obvious over here. Corey, go ahead and go to the next slide, please. Here's what's interesting about this patch, guys. If you don't recognize this patch, maybe you'll recognize this logo in that set. Corey, you might not recognize this set photo so much. We have talked about it on our show before, but that is Ben Affleck's Batman. Technically, it's the stunt double doing a motorcycle scene, a car chase scene. It's from his police department of his universe, Ben Affleck's universe of Gotham City. That sounds more and more like a connection to me. They're not using this logo for the Batman at Robert Pattinson and Matt Reeves universe. That's not his same logo. It's not the same logo for Michael Keaton's Batman.
Very interesting.
This is Ben Affleck's Batman. Gotham City Department logo. So to me, in my opinion, this is showcasing more and more that Ben Affleck is the Batman. He will be returning for Batgirl, which leads me to believe that if he's returning for Batgirl, which I'm guessing will not premiere before the Flash movie, Ben Affleck, just like Mikey Sun said over at Geekosity with Sil Abdul's show, Mikey Sun might be very well right that Ben Affleck's not going to die. He's going to continue on. He's going to have more projects. We may get the Batfleck movie with Deathstroke. Now, I know Joe Mangelo said, yeah, it's not looking too good recently in an article that he did. But everyone said that about the Snyder Cut as well. It's not looking good. But yet here we are. Ben Affleck's Batman returning in the Flash. Ben Affleck returning in the Batgirl, most likely. It's going to look really weird if it's Michael Keaton's Batman. Lucas Iron says, can we expect to see more of Batfleck post-Flash? I think we will. I think the Batgirl, I don't believe is going to be a one and done show. I think they're planning on many seasons of Batgirl. I mean, why wouldn't you? Why would you do a one and done season when you could take Batgirl all the way through an incredible story arc of The Killing Joke, where she becomes Oracle? That's an incredible character development right there that it would be a waste if they didn't use it.
Hey, Trey,
Yes,
question
sir.
about this one. So Batman said, fun fact, the stunt double for the Flash movie is also the stunt double for Battison.
Is he really? Well, that might have been because I think it was filmed in London, wasn't it? So that makes sense. The same stunt double being one. He was a motorcyclist writer, but why? What you have a smirk on your face? Why?
He's so tiny. He doesn't. So you're saying that Batfleck's stunt double is going to be the same as Battison's stunt double? That you're going to see one like honked out guy and one
just for the Flash, right? Well, I mean, hey, I think I have seen pictures of the stunt double in the suit, and yeah, he kind of fills up the Pattinson suit better than Pattinson does. But I mean, the Flash and the Batman were both filmed in London. So it makes sense for them to kind of keep the same crew. And don't forget, I mean, Richard Citrone, who is mostly Ben Affleck's Batman stunt double, he's Zack Snyder's guy. So it makes sense that Andy Muschietti's not going to use him because he uses his own crew. And in this case, Warner Brothers crew. So yeah. But do you think Tim Drake can work with Batfleck? Or like Tim Drake being his Robin? I don't see Tim Drake happening in the Batfleck verse, unless if that's something Ben Affleck wants to approach. Zack Snyder's vision was always the reason why he used Dick Grayson as the one that dies in Death of the Family for Ben Affleck's Batman is because he believes that death would have been the real catastrophic tragedy that turns Ben Affleck's Batman not evil, but to a really dark path. And, we kind of see in the comics, Batman can just handle many deaths. He can handle Jason Todd dying and kind of moving on with Tim Drake. Zach wanted to show a more tragic Batman that really has a downfall so he could have a redemption story arc. So he was leading it to having Carrie Kelly from the Dark Knight Returns comics, which thanks to my super bro, Corey, getting me the signed Frank Miller copy of the first appearance of Carrie Kelly as Robin, that I'm like still blown away by that, dude. Thank you.
Did I do that?
But Batman says, yo, Devil, if I'm wrong and we don't get Vincent. Oh, are you guys still talking about Hawkeye?
Yeah.
I'll wear a dress if Trey ever invites me on the show again. Batman, we'll definitely have you on the show again. It's been kind of I don't know if you watched our last show, Batman, but it's been kind of a crazy month. We've been dealing with family medical emergencies with our dog and stuff like that. So even this week our dog is having a bit of a rough week. So that's been a lot of where my attention has been focused. rather than YouTube. But I appreciate everyone being here. It really means a lot to me. You guys stick with us after all this time, even when I'm a little bit inactive. But I don't know, Corey. That to me, that's very interesting about Batfleck. That it's his Gotham City.
It's pretty exciting, I think. Like Batman said, does the same actors or actresses, characters in the crossover movies, does that really count as being a potential crossover? Maybe, maybe not. But I think we're seeing more and more evidence that's showing that this is within the same Batfleck universe, which is pretty exciting.
Exactly. And to me, at this point, it's all about integrity of the actor too. Like I'm considering I'm considering Ben Affleck not wanting to sign up to be a continuation of Justice League, and you've heard, I know Patty Jenkins not really the most reliable person to listen to when she says Justice League is not canon in anyone's eyes, yet we get Wonder Woman 1884, which is kind of like a one-off, kind of Indiana Jones, like it doesn't connect with the other films. It's its own thing. And then you get Aquaman, which is not really connected to the Snyderverse because it follows more what happens after Justice League. So I understand what you're saying, but I truly believe Ben Affleck wouldn't come back if he was supposed to be the silly, stupid Batman from Justice League and what happened in that universe. I think he's coming back with the impression that he is going to be the Zack Snyder's Justice League continuation of Batman. Lucas Iron said, did Ben's Batman script take place in Arkham Asylum? There was a storyline where that happened, and I think I wouldn't be surprised if it does. I could see it being something. I think Ben said he took some inspiration from Sirius House on Sirius Earth, the Arkham story, which was a really, really cool storyline if you haven't read that, where it's like Batman just going through Arkham Asylum. I think he did pull a little bit of that. I'm not sure how much. Clearly Deathstroke was meant to be the villain of the character, and I'm not sure if Deathstroke, maybe his goal was to break out the insane criminals and the rogues gallery at Arkham Asylum, and then Batman having to go through them all as they wreak havoc and stuff like that, just to show how tactical Deathstroke is. I could see that being the case, but yeah, I mean, from what I hear, it did have elements of Arkham Asylum in it. But yeah, I don't know. HBO Max can create a Batfleck universe. I think it wouldn't be so much a Batfleck universe. It would be the SnyderVerse essentially. Because I think that's Ben's plan, is he wants to, and just like Zack's plan, they want to do more of a Dark Knight Returns story with Ben Affleck at some point. And I think they do that with the Deathstroke movie, and then hopefully something a little more closer to the Dark Knight Returns in terms of Two-Face. The Joker, I think, is a great storyline in that Dark Knight Returns. And obviously, I don't think they'd do the Superman portion of it, but I mean, you could still have the mutant leader in it. So that could be really cool. I could dig that. But Corey, let's get into, so this is kind of, as you can kind of see, the ongoing theme of this show, with Batfleck most likely looking to be the returning Batman for Batgirl. You're starting to see a trend of restoring the SnyderVerse. So, what is going on? This is some crazy, crazy stuff. I literally, looking at everything Snyder Cut has been freaking trending nonstop lately. Zack Snyder has been trending nonstop lately.
What the hell is going on?
The plan is proceeding as expected.
I mean, that's what it seems like. It seems like, wow, everything is just chaotic, and you're like, what is happening? Like, there was no mention of Zack Snyder's Justice League at DC Fandom this year, yet the DC Fandom in China that they did special for them, they were boosting up Zack Snyder's Justice League. They called it a global phenomenon recently. It just so many different things going on that's like, what the hell is happening? What
is going on? And where is Andy? And what is going on?
It really does feel like that. It's like, what is happening? What is going on behind the scenes? Clearly, we still have some of the crappy leaders at DC and Warner Brothers who are definitely against the Snyderverse. But as we get closer and closer to this Discovery merger with David Zaslav, things are starting to happen. And it's like, okay, is this by design? Is this David Zaslav in the background going, oh yeah, we're doing this. This is happening.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay
everyone?
calm.
What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Wait.
Everybody calm down.
That's what it feels like, right, Corey? It's like holy shit, what's going on? Aren't they restoring it? Are they restoring the Snyderverse?
You know, it's looking pretty crazy. You know, there's a lot of things that came out recently that I'm excited to talk about with you. And things are happening.
Things are certainly happening indeed. So let's go ahead and get right into it, Corey. Zack Snyder, he has said it a million times and he'll say it more and more. Every time he posts something, there's usually a hidden meaning by it. He likes putting little Easter eggs, little hints of what's going on, or at least what he's trying to, he knows what he's doing, right? Look what he did with the Snyder Cut when people thought, oh man, it's not going to happen. He'd throw out a picture on Vero. People would start trending the hell out of it. It'd get quiet a little again. And then he'd throw out another image and people would be like, oh my God, what is this from? I got to see this dark side. You know, Zack was a master manipulator when it came to stoking the flames of the Snyderverse community to get us hyped as hell to eventually the point of trending all day on that anniversary event. I think, 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago for November 17th, that finally convinced at least AT&T to release the Snyder Cut, and we got it in March. So Corey, let's go ahead and show the first thing that Zack released that kind of started, what was going on a little bit. Zack releases a picture of this film slate for Zack Snyder's Justice League in front of the old Wonder Woman photo that was never used in a movie. It was planned to, but then they did the World War I photo. And it's kind of like everyone is trying to figure out what the hell this means. W52791. Because that's not a scene. That's not saying really much anything. Someone posted a picture of what they thought it meant, but I figure I'd ask you guys, the audience, what do you think this film slate means? Corey, let's get do you have any thoughts of what any of that could mean to you?
Man, I'm sure the W5 means something, obviously. There's probably a significant meaning behind that because it's the only one with a letter and a number. I think that 279-1, maybe, I don't know, it's an issue number of a comic book, a potential date, maybe. September 27th,
Oh, interesting. Yeah, September 27th. Okay. It's very interesting. Someone on Instagram who runs Zack Snyder's Justice League page, not an official page, it's a fan account. They came up with this, and I want to get your guys' opinion on it because, like probably many of you, I was like, I have no idea what he's going with. Usually he tends to be biblical in his or at least King Arthur, some stories like that of playing off of that Easter eggs and hitting messages that he's trying to reach. Corey, go ahead and go to the next slide.
All right.
So here's something that someone came up with of what they think it means. W5, which was what was wanted, an alternative of QED. Sorry, I'm going to pull up on my thing now that I can read it. QED, which was a part of the Odyssey complex. And then the number 279 is a message to believe that you are on the right path of life and that everything is going according to divine plan. Now know that your life is, Corey, can you tell I'm tired? It's been a long day. Oh man, know that your life path is to serve and teach others and to live your life as a positive example for others. Very interesting. And then some people think angel number 1. Angel number 1 is an exciting number because it signals a fresh start. It might mean a job, relationship, or opportunity. Now, that's an interesting pull of numbers, and I think it's a bit of a stretch, right? I'm not exactly convinced that's what it means. 279 is an interesting pull, but it's very curious, don't you think, Corey?
I think it's absolutely interesting and curious. A lot of people on here would also love to know what that means. I thought Bat Dan had a funny one. We, W for we, are getting the conclusion to the 5-part arc. It films in 279 days. We won.
Wow.
I like that one.
That's an interesting. What does the 1 mean then, Bat Dan? Oh, we won. I get it.
Yeah.
We won. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's a very cool. I dig that one a lot, Bat Dan. I really do. You always have an interest. Man, my man, integrity. Integrity never backs down. And I love it. Freaking love it, integrity. Zack is back and he will direct Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 starring Ben Affleck. Zack Snyder's Justice League is relaunching the SnyderVerse. I love that. Integrity never backs down. And that's what you need. You need that guy who just never backs down. Kubi Malik, my man. If that's what it means, I'll pass out happy. 279 days seems, if that is the case, man, imagine how busy Zack Snyder is going to be. He's doing Rebel Moon, starting Q1 production, and then straight into basically Zack Snyder's Justice League 2. I mean, he's also going to have to do the Army of the Dead 2. I think he's going to want to direct that one. In terms of the spin-offs that the second one could lead into, I'm not sure of. And I mean, let's be honest, Rebel Moon, knowing Zack Snyder, it's going to be a freaking huge hit. It might be bigger than Red Notice because it'll be Netflix's Star Wars and it's Zack Snyder, right? It's going to explode. I mean, if that happens, then they're going to want to continue doing whatever Zack wanted to do with Rebel Moon. And Zack has a long future plan for Rebel Moon. So I don't know. Zack is just going to be a busy person. But here's another thing that I thought was interesting. So obviously people see this photo, everyone's trying to figure out, everyone's freaking out, and everyone's like, holy hell, time to trend, #restore the SnyderVerse. So it trends all freaking day, right?
Of course.
You had from internals, the director saying that her focus on one of the characters, her thoughts on how to portray this character came from Man of Steel, Zack Snyder. So it became Zack Snyder is the blueprint. Trending that day. Zack Snyder has just been nonstop trending. Well, some of his gang, his crew, decided to jump on the bandwagon. One of them being Clay Stobbs, who was the Ariel second director, and he did this picture of Darkseid saying, "Let it begin, #Zack Snyder's Justice League." And then he posted another picture with, kind of like a little design of Batman, just talking about how wonderful that experience was, and that basically says in life, you need to find something you believe in and leave your mark. The trust form of expression is uncompromising and steadfast and will prevail itself to all who truly believe. #Zack Snyder's Justice League, #Restore the SnyderVerse. Then Clay Enos comes on, who was one of his photography guys for Batman v Superman and Wonder Woman and a whole bunch of other Zack Snyder projects. Does this #Simpson, which apparently it means return in computer processing. With the picture of the Batmobile from Batman v Superman. So you're starting to see what Zack used to do when we were trying to release the Snyder Cut. You're seeing everyone's like, oh, dude, well, like Zack is busy. He's doing his own thing. Meet the Spartan says it's the scene 279 take 1 in Zack Snyder's Justice League where Darkseid appears at the end and says, "Ready the Armada." Really? How do you know it's scene 279? Meet the Spartans. TJ, what's up, TJ? How do you guys know that? How do you know it's scene 279? Is there a place where it says that? Like, where can we confirm that? Because if that's the case, I'm sure it's that then. Which, in that case, it's even more Zack Snyder saying, hey, we're getting this shit going. I mean, Corey, when Zack Snyder posts stuff and we want that SnyderVerse, you know what we are?
What is that, Trey? What are we?
We hungry.
Yeah, we hungry?
We hungry.
Yeah, we hungry.
Like I said, We hungry.
Oh yeah, we hungry for some more Zack Snyder's Justice League,
Mm.
without question. It's so exciting that someone figured out scene 279 is the dark side scene. I forgot whom. Interesting. So yeah, some more confirmation about scene 279. Yeah, I'd be curious to see who confirmed it and how they know, because I mean, if that's the case, like you said, that's probably what Zach is talking about, especially the fact that Clay Stubbs put this photo of Darkseid into Sod saying let it begin. But Corey, Zack Snyder doesn't exactly stop there, but who also spoke out recently? He tends to be pretty quiet about these things.
Who's that?
It's Mr. Henry Cavill, the Superman, your guy.
Ooh.
The man of frickin' steel himself, the man of tomorrow. Justin Jorgensen. Hey guys, love the content, love the SnyderVerse for autumn. Wow. Thank you, Justin. Justin, is this your first time here? Thank you so much for being here. And seriously, man, yeah, for autumn all the way.
Welcome, Justin.
What's up? Yeah. What's that, Corey?
I just said welcome, Justin. That's awesome.
Yeah, welcome, Justin. It's good to have you here. And yeah, dude, for autumn all the way. That always makes me think hardcore. Anytime I hear for autumn, because that's really what it was all about. Thank you for that, dude. It's good to have you here.
You said Henry Cavill, though?
Henry Cavill Superman. He did a video on YouTube for GQ recently breaking down all of his movie roles and TV show roles. One of them, obviously, what he's most popular for is Man of Steel. And he says, I thought this was very interesting. Corey, as we kind of seen, Henry Cavill tends to be pretty quiet, right? He was quiet about the Snyder Cut until it was actually announced. And then he kind of popped up again. But he says, what Snyder and Nolan and I wanted was to create a Superman in the sense that what we would do if we live in a world where we are to keep every single aspect of ourselves hidden. I was very keen on really fleshing out Superman's early stages of his journeys first. If he were to succumb to the anti-life equation, which is the plan for Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3 and blah, 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 and become bad Superman, I really wanted to make sure we saw the hero Superman and we saw the true symbol of hope before we went down the path of darkness and then redemption. It's still something that I'm very keen to flesh out. So Henry Cavill saying, oh yeah, I still want to be Superman. He said it many times. The cape is still in my closet.
I would keep the cape too.
I'm pretty sure Henry Cavill probably kept the entire suit. He probably said, screw it, this is mine. Kind of like what Ryan Reynolds did with the Deadpool suit. He has constantly said, I'm Superman. It's mine. Not Tyler Hoechlin, however you say his last name. Not Brandon Root, because people want him to be a Kingdom Come Superman. He's saying, I'm Superman. And then you had Dwayne Johnson recently, Corey, say, it's his mission. He's very much trying to convince doing a Black Adam versus Superman, and he's referencing Henry Cavill Superman.
Yeah, I think it's interesting, and I really liked what Henry Cavill said, because in Man of Steel we got to see a Superman or a Clark Kent trying to find his way to become Superman and become that man of hope. Right? He wasn't quite there yet, and then right after that we get what? Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
And, that was a little bit darker, kind of movie and everything like that. And, then Justice League as well, another, kind of, bringing into that hope and that he's able to, especially Justice League freaking had him be super OP. But even in the Snyder Cut, he was becoming that man of hope as well. I would really like to see, like you said, make sure we saw the hero and the true symbol of hope, like you said, before he, succumbs to the anti-life equation.
Yeah, and to me, this just is all more proof of people, what they got pissed about Man of Steel. They were pissed that it wasn't the Superman that they read, that they all know and love, Christopher Reeve Superman. And it's like, but how do we get to that Superman? That's what this film was about. It was about a boy trying to, who his dad is trying to give him advice saying like, son, I don't think people are ready for you yet. And I don't want you to live a hard life. And at the end, Superman says, I have to make a stand. I have to help these people because these are my people. But then Batman v Superman is the consequence of him coming out to the world as this god. What does that mean? And they explain that perfectly in BVS. It wasn't that he was a dark Superman. It was a Superman that was like, I thought people would like be happy to see me. And everyone was like, please get the hell out of here, dude. Like, you ruin our life. And it's like, I'm trying to help, and then to get to the point where he sacrifices himself to save the world because it's my world. Lois Lane is my world, to have him return. And yes, he's probably going to be this hope of Superman. And then to see that taken away from him so fast is going to be a tragic thing for Superman, but it's going to be a realization that after whatever happens, Zack Snyder's Justice League 3, and he has to become a full symbol of hope, just perfect. The perfect definition of what it means to be a good person is going to be Superman, the Superman that we all know and love. And then you get to that character arc where that's the final film. He is Superman. To me, that's brilliant. I want to see that, because otherwise, if you have the same Superman who's like, I'm perfect, I can do no wrong, I help people, I save cats out of a tree.
Well, it's like what we said or what Zack Snyder said. That if your superhero doesn't kill, and it isn't a little R-rated, in the world that we live in, he kind of has to be.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think Henry Cavill is spot on for it. But hey Tony, it's good to see you, man. Would it be cool for DCU to include Batwoman played by Jacqueline Tobani, Mackenzie Davis, Jane Levy, Rose Leslie, or Kristen Stewart? I'm not entirely sure on that. I don't think Kristen Stewart would be. I don't think she would want to do it. I think she's happy doing big roles at the moment. I don't know. I don't know who would be a good DCU Batwoman. It'd be interesting though if they brought that in, especially in the Batgirl show. I could dig that. Integrity of Reeve was great. Cavill is great. Yeah, they're both great in their own right. It's kind of like, it's like Keaton and Ben Affleck. Keaton was nostalgic Batman, right? For a lot of people, he was the first movie Batman that was more close to the comics. Still not quite, but a little closer. I know you had Adam West, but when you think about it, Adam West really changed comics because everyone decided in the 60s that they needed to match what Adam West was. So they made Batman comical and silly and family friendly, which he wasn't really that way in the 30s and 40s and really the 50s. And then they brought him back with, kind of the Silver Age when they kind of moved him into what we all know as Batman. Thank you, Oracle. But yeah, it's things like that. TJ says, Trey, I found the account who found out the 279 scene. Oh, okay, cool. You'll have to send that to me. Send that to me through Twitter. I think it's it's the _ Bat channel for Twitter, and I'll have to take a look at that. I got a lot of ideas for DCU that can work. I did see you post on one of our episodes. I haven't had a chance to read it all because I was busy prepping for this show. But I'll definitely read it sometime. Yellow Devil says, Batwoman doesn't fit anywhere in the DCEU now. She can. The problem is I don't know how far, especially where Zack Snyder's going with the DCEU, I don't see that working out. I think she'd be killed off pretty quick, and that's unfortunate for her. Sorry, what did Meet the Francis. Henry Cavill's Superman, what hooked me up with the SnyderVerse, the theme, that feelings. Yeah, the theme by Hans Zimmer is absolutely phenomenal. Definitely an incredible score for sure. Breezy B says Reeves is a legend. He is. And that's what's really cool is that Henry Cavill's going to get to there. His Superman's going to be that, at some point. You just have to. It's boring if Henry Cavill is that Superman for 6 movies. No character development, right? Like, he's just perfect. That's one of the reasons why no one likes Superman in the comics, Tony says, I want a well-portrayed Batwoman to appear as a way of forgetting about CW's stupid failure on their Batwoman. I haven't even watched Batwoman season 2. I never even finished Batwoman season 1. So I need to. CW has soured me off of Batwoman. We'll see. That's what I keep hearing. Is like so many. I wanted to watch it because Luke Fox looked great. Killer Croc looked great. But I keep hearing it's a terrible show. Justin says, when they say the real Batman will be in Batgirl, why would that not be Batfleck? I don't think it would be keen whatsoever. Affleck, I loved coming back for Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's I don't know if you heard us before, Justin, but I'm pretty certain it's going to be Ben Affleck. We kind of talked about how J.K. Simmons is coming back at James Gordon, and that the recent released photo from Natalie Holt, the composer of Batgirl, she showed a picture of the police badge, which is the police badge of Gotham City that is directly from the Flash movie, which just shows, and more importantly, from Ben Affleck's universe of Gotham City, just another continuation that's like, okay, he's probably Batman and Batgirl. Breezy B says, even Reeve wasn't perfect. Yeah, no, he wasn't perfect, but everyone, for some reason, society interprets Christopher Reeve's Superman as the perfect example of Superman. And yet, I mean, let's be honest, in Superman 2, Richard Donner's version especially, he kills General Zod in a worse way than Henry Cavill kills Zod. And everyone's like, oh my God, I can't believe Henry Cavill killed Zod. And it's like, but Superman in Superman 2, Reeves Superman, he made Zod lose his powers and then threw him in a hole where he will fall to his death. And he didn't need to do that because he no longer had powers. So how is that not blatant murder? And yet this was Cavill trying to save humans from Zod killing them. How is that like, to me, that's the hypocrite, like just how people are mad that Ben Affleck kills people. And it's like Keaton literally punched the dude and put a bomb in his thing and kicked him and smiled about it. That's a murdering Batman right there. At least Ben Affleck didn't smile so much. Corey was replaced by the Skrulls. No Smallville talk for an hour already. Don't, Yellow Devil. We were doing so well. Doing so well. Don't do it, Corey.
Tom Welling was the perfect young Clark Kent. Wouldn't you agree, Trey?
No.
Somebody save me.
You sure?
Jesus, Corey. Oh God, Yell Devil, we were doing so well, and you had to bring up Smallville. Oh,
so
man.
great.
That's so funny. Great. Hey, I will say Erica Durance as Lois Lane, she was a fox, so I'm all about that. Would love to see whatever they're going to do for the continuation of Smallville. I think that animated show that they're going to do, that's going to be kind of based on the comics they did. Kubi Malik says they are trying to keep Batfleck involvement in Batgirl hush hush, in my opinion. Yeah, hence why they took down Natalie Holt's picture of the Gotham City badge, because people were connecting the dots, and Warner Brothers was like, shit.
I don't know if I agree with this.
Not a hot take. TJ says Christopher Reeve Superman is for babies, while Henry Cavill Superman is for adults. I hear what you're saying. I mean, he was definitely more G-rated Superman for Christopher Reeves. And Henry Cavill's definitely a little more PG-13, but
that was the time. That was the time, in my opinion. Like things were a little different back then. Movies were made a little bit different. Yeah, this is going to be your, father's, Superman compared to Henry Cavill being, us as young adults, Superman. But I think to me they are both Superman, in my opinion. And
they're both great in their own right.
Exactly.
And really, you have to give Christopher Reeve a lot of credit, because it was, Adam West. Yes, Adam West was really the start of superhero films about how well they could do, because the '60s was a success for superhero shows like Batman. But it didn't continue on after that, because people realized it was just for kids and it couldn't last long, right? I still enjoy the Adam West Batman series. It's adorable. But then you get Christopher Reeve Superman, which is a serious take on superhero films. Really, it was. I mean, they could have made a joke out of it, and they took it very seriously. And, you know, because of that, it led to Michael Keaton's Batman. And then to all the other great stuff. DC really for superhero films was the start, you know, for what superhero films could be that led into the MCU, you know, and DCU and all the other popular DC films that have happened, like the Dark Knight trilogy. So yeah. Breezy B says Tom Holland was great, so I forgot.
Somebody save
Man, I'm a fan of Kristen Kruk as well. I tell you that.
I know you are. You're a big Kristen Kruk fan. The real question is, are you a big fan of oh god, I'm spacing her name. The one who got in legal troubles recently. Oh, I'm totally spacing
Allison Mack.
Yeah, Allison Mack. I mean, she'd take good care.
I never liked her. I was always like, leave Tom alone.
Okay, now this is a freaking hot take right here, Bat Dan. Jesse Eisenberg's Lex over Michael Rosenbaum's Lex. Don't get me wrong. I really like the different take of Jesse Eisenberg's Lex. It took me a while to like it at first, but I don't know. They're both good in their own right because they're very much two different sides of Lex Luthor. I think in terms of comic book and like animated show of what Lex Luthor was, from like the famous 90s Superman, I think Michael Rosenbaum kind of matches that Lex Luthor.
Oh yeah.
You got problems. You got problems. But let's get back into the show because Zack Snyder wasn't done just there. But Meet the Spartan says, what are your thoughts on Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam and a possible Black Adam v Cavill Superman? I'm stoked. I'm stoked. I can't wait. Black Adam's gonna be, I think Black Adam's gonna be a really badass movie that's gonna catch a lot of people by surprise. And I think Dwayne Johnson's gonna do it right. Integrity says, I'll push back on that. I disagree that Donner had Reeve kill Zod. I disagree that Donner had Reeve kill Zod. I understand why people think that. He's supposed to fall to the floor and be arrested. Plus Soups revise Zod Earth spin. He does another Earth spin? Does he? I don't think he does another Earth spin after the first Superman. At least I don't recall if he does. Black Adam needs to make a great first impression with that movie. Otherwise, Warner Brothers will ignore his existence. I don't know if they'll ignore his existence. I mean, Dwayne Johnson has a lot of buying power.
Yeah, I think we already know that Black Adam's going to be a hit just because of Dwayne Johnson.
Look at Red Notice. Red Notice is the biggest film Netflix has ever had. It beat Army of the Dead. Kind of makes me say, I liked Red Notice. I didn't think it was amazing, but I can see the appeal of general audience. TJ says, true, it's that era that has defined them. Yeah, absolutely. Justin says, I want a Martian Manhunter movie. Hell yes. More than anything, at least have him cameo in something. His story and said us was brilliant. Yeah,
you gonna pull him away from Hallmark Christmas movies though, bro?
God damn it, Corey. Harry Lennox is a brilliant actor. Let him have it.
Hey, he is a brilliant actor. He also did a great job, and why I like him so much, he also did a great job in a Hallmark Christmas movie.
Well,
you should watch it. It's pretty good.
I will. Tony says DCU's Batwoman can appear in a Birds of Prey as a better leader for the team than Harley. She can also appear in the Gotham City Sirens as the hero who tracks and takes down the three evil ladies. I think she would be a better leader for Birds of Prey. I don't know if she should be in a Gotham City Sirens. The biggest mistake of Birds of Prey was having Harley Quinn lead it. Honestly, what they should have done, if they were going to have Harley Quinn in that film, Joker needed to be a larger presence. Honestly, he probably should have been the villain. Batman says, honestly, after Snyder's Superman arc, I would $7 Dwayne Johnson, Danny Garcia production do their own Superman arc centered around that Black Adam fight. I agree with that. I don't think Personally, I think it's a bad idea to do another Superman v kind of anti-hero character. I think, to me, a lot of people are just saying, like, is Superman seriously just a fight guy, like just in another Batman v Superman, but it's Black Adam now? It's kind of silly. So I think they need to be careful when they do that, or maybe take some time with it. Eisenberg was on the road to being goated, hasn't had enough screen time. I agree. Gene Hackman was a great Lex Luthor.
What about Superman Returns? I just lost
Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey was a great, he was good trying to be the Gene Hackman Lex Luthor, because that's what it was. It was a continuation of that. I liked Gene Hackman and I liked Kevin Spacey. I actually liked Superman's return, to be honest. In terms of what they were trying to do, it was Christopher Reeve's Superman continuation. So they nailed it. It wasn't, I mean, in terms of Man of Steel wins without question. In the Donner cut of Superman 2, he does another Earth spin. He does? God, maybe I need to watch it again. I just remember the death. Well, I'll have to check that out. I don't remember the Earth spin. But yeah, I'll watch that sometime. Just imagine that Rosenbaum Luthor interacting with Cavill Superman.
I could do it all night, people.
Dear
all
God.
night.
You guys gotta stop with the Rosenbaum. But anyways, to get back to our original show, now that Rosenbaum has taken it all, Rhea. Oh my God. Rhea. How you doing, Rhea? Rhea is back on YouTube again.
Woohoo!
Thank God. Been missing Rhea on YouTube. So definitely check out her channel. She is absolutely phenomenal. She does a lot of gaming, Spyro. She's just awesome. She's always so supportive of everyone's YouTube channel too. And I think the world of Rhea. No, Batman. No! Somebody say
Rosenbaum.
God damn it. Is he just flooding with Rosenbaum? No, Batman.
What is he doing?
No longer available on the show. I'm just kidding. Jesus. What has the world come to? I've been hijacked by Smallville. Who would have thought? So Corey, let's go ahead and
see, Breezy Beast here.
Hey, I mean, it was a good theme. I will give it that.
Here, what was a good theme?
No, I'm not saying it. Not saying it. You ain't gonna make me say it. Nope, don't do it. I'm gonna have to ban you. I'm gonna have to. I need a new moderator who can
ban for spam.
Ban for spam.
Oh man.
Oh God, is everyone doing Rosenbaum stuff? Corey, here's what we're gonna. Somebody say. God dang it, Corey.
Like that says, brothers go figure. But O has actually a really good comment as well. Could you read that one, Trey?
Rosenbaum is the best Lex.
I would happen to agree, yo.
What are we doing, man? What are we doing? What are you doing? I have not read the season 11 comics. I'm on the search for them.
Season 11 comics of what, Trey?
No, I'm not saying it. Stop. Take him out. Yep, take him out. Yep, take him out. Drone strike. Oh, whoops, sorry. My bad.
Oh man.
To get back to the show now.
Probably
What's
should,
up,
huh?
Jesse? It's good to see you, Jesse. It's been a while, man. We've just been bombarded by a certain show.
What show, Trey?
No, we're not doing it. Stop. Stop. There's dinner outside. I don't want to. Sickness, my man.
That's what we should do. We should do a watch party for every episode of Smallville.
That could be cool. I could dig that, but that'd take forever. But what up, Trey? Hashtag make the Batfleck movie. You already know. Hell yeah. Sickness. I need to do. I know who does it. I think it's Nicotina show always does a down with the sickness for you. I think that just needs to be a theme for you for every channel you show up on. So that might happen. Because I dig that every time you show up, sickness. To get back to the show, we are continuing how Zach has been leading us to trend the hell out of hashtag Restoring The SnyderVerse. And he does it through simple little hidden messages. One of them being somebody save me. God damn it.
I love it. I'm loving this.
Corey, you know what? I just got to do this to you because this is what you're doing to me with all this, my man.
What are you going to do?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
So shut up, bitch.
Please all go fuck yourself.
Stop.
Okay.
Good God. Okay, to get back to the show, welcome. We're talking about Zack Snyder teasing us with hashtag Restore the SnyderVerse. On Thanksgiving, Zack created the gift of being thankful, showing us a very delicious turkey. It looks amazing. Congratulations, Zack, if you cooked it, or maybe it was Deborah. I don't know. Maybe it was the kids. Whoever did it, amazing. Anyways, in the background, Corey, what does that say in the little yellow circle there?
I would say Final Crisis, I believe.
Final Crisis, which if you guys have not read A Final Crisis, it is an amazing book series by Grant Morrison, okay? I have the individual copies, and it took me forever to find the original first prints because of this, because I knew Zack had always said that his plan was to kind of do a Final Crisis event, especially with what happens to Ben Affleck's Batman. It was going to be an amazing story. So the fact that he put this book just in the background, just willy-nilly, had a lot of people going like, well, Zack always says his videos have hidden messages. But more importantly, Corey, go ahead. Hashtag Zack Given. I love that, Rhea. Zack Given. It's no, TJ, no, TJ. Don't do it, Corey. Somebody save me. Jesus. You know, Corey.
Oh, damn the devil! Damn the devil to hell! Oh, shoot!
Corey, just go to the next slide. Oh God! And see, now I'm gonna have to just breeze through this to get to what we're trying to talk about. You crazy man! Warner Brothers is gonna cancel our live show because they're like, that's copyrighted. Anyways,
I will frozen bomb the shit out of their page.
Oh my God. Anyways, so in the background, here's something that I noticed. One, Corey, simply because Zack Snyder posted a picture that had Final Crisis in it. Final Crisis has been selling everywhere. It's been selling out at Amazon, bookstores. People have been like, holy shit, I need to get this. Simply because Zack Snyder just had it in a picture. Now, if that doesn't prove the power of Zack Snyder, I don't know what the hell it does. And Warner Brothers should be taking notice because the man just posts a picture of a book and all of a sudden that book sells out. That book came out like, oh God, it might have been 10 years ago. Was it a 2011 book? It might have been, or 2000. I don't know. God, I can't think when it was close around that time. It's almost 10 years, if anything. Man, that guy bleached himself to hell. Yeah. Anyways, what I found interesting about this picture, everyone noticed the Final Crisis. I noticed that he had 2 leather-bound books, And those books to me looked very similar to the books that he uses to make the screenplays for all of his films that we've seen on Vero, for Batman v Superman. He does it for every film. He kind of makes like a comic book of how he wants the screenshots to be. So that makes me think he's drawing out at least elements from Final Crisis of what he wants to do for sequel films of Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3, which leads me to believe, Corey, that there's something going on.
Oh, there's definitely something going on, I feel like.
I think so too. Something's happening. Something's going down. Something in the background is in play.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody calm down!
Of course, the fact that Zack Snyder sells out Final Crisis, which honestly, I just have to say,
Hey, I'm not surprised.
of course, everyone starts trending hashtag restore the frickin' Snyderverse. It's going crazy, right? I think it was like over 70,000 tweets. No scheduling, no events by, Geralt of Rivia when he does his stuff that gets the fandom hyped. None of that. Just out of the blue, tweet hashtag restore the Snyderverse and it trends the hell up. Insane. Corey, go ahead and go to the next slide. Now, personally, here's where things start to blow up even more. I just learned about this in terms of Home Brew Agency, which was a social media marketing campaign company that was actually hired on by HBO Max to lead the marketing campaign for Zack Snyder's Justice League. And boy, did they blow us up with the data, because it is insane. It is not only a success, it is no longer a question. Streaming, not a question. Samba TV, if you believe their data, shows that it was a huge success, especially when you look at all of the other streaming platforms that Zack Snyder's Justice League had to be on, because HBO Max wasn't available globally. Look what it did in China. Zack Snyder's Justice League, physical copies selling out everywhere. Insane amount of sales. It's still like in the top 5, I think, even after all this time. Now, Homebrew comes out and shows us how well it did marketing wise, which gives us a good, kind of tell about how well this whole thing is going to be. Corey, let's show them the video that Homebrew came out to show this data. They say it better.
Since 2017, fans have been clamoring for Zack Snyder's vision of Justice League. As an extension of the HBO Max team, Homebrew developed a social marketing campaign focused on community management and epic creative honoring Zack's vision, ultimately delighting fans and breaking social campaign records.
My lord, this world won't fall like all the others.
We focused primarily on Twitter to serve the always-on fan base, while we used Facebook and Instagram to reach mainstream audiences. We created rollout strategies for the film accounts and partners to build a unified ecosystem. Most of all, we activated the fans.
Happy birthday, Mr. Zack Snyder.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Zack.
Happy birthday.
We engaged directly with audiences to boost conversation while actively listening to adjust our strategy in real time, including converting top-performing creative into paid media opportunities. Our massive social campaign earned over 34 billion impressions and helped make Zack Snyder's Justice League a tremendous success for HBO Max.
I don't care how many demons he's fought and how many hells. He's never fought us united.
I got to give credit to Homebrew, man. That was a great video. And that in itself gets everyone hyped just looking at it. Corey, when you look at this, we've now heard from other HBO Max, like HBO Max Europe, HBO Max Asia, all say exactly what Oracle says. Zack Snyder's Justice League is a global phenomenon. And now you got this homebrew that was contracted, not Samba TV wasn't contracted through HBO Max. Homebrew was for the marketing campaign, and they're saying it was a tremendous success.
Hey, I'm not surprised.
Not surprised.
I don't know how anyone can look at this and go, we won't restore that. Guys, it doesn't even matter anymore. It does not matter what the current regime thinks, because they can try to hide it all they want. They can try to deny it. But David Zaslav from Discovery, who's merging with them by the end of Q1, I think early Q2, becoming Warner Discovery, he's looking at the numbers. The drama doesn't even matter. He doesn't give a shit. It's about money. It's about the numbers. And what the hell is he noticing with the numbers? Zack Snyder's Justice League is what it is. It's a global phenomenon. And with the community continuously giving 110% to restore the SnyderVerse, oh yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I think right now it's just a waiting game. David Zaslav, and you're starting to see the trend. The more and more we get closer to the merger, the more and more people are feeling confident to talk about the success of the Snyder Cut, to talk about the fan base in a light. DC fandom, we got no mention of the Snyder Cut, right? But even after DC, yeah, sure, the Batman got some hype. The Batman was always going to get some hype. It's Batman. Black Adam got some hype. The Flash got some hype. But overall, I felt like everyone thought DC fandom was a disappointment. You simply get this with the Snyder Cut, and people are going apeshit because it's proof. It's proof that is a success and that there's no denying it. And David Zaslav is looking at these numbers. And when he gets in, guys, he already hired, I'm totally spacing his name. He was, I think it's like Mayer, Kevin Mayer. Kevin Mayer is going to be a consultant that David Zaslav recently hired. And what is Kevin Mayer famous for? He was a part of Disney when they bought Marvel, Star Wars, and a whole bunch of other content. Hell, I think he was even around with 20th Century Fox when they purchased them. And now they have him coming in for Discovery. Jason Kilar is probably going to lose his job. I don't see a reason why they have to keep Ann Sarnoff at this point. We've already heard from Toby Emmerich that he's looking for a new job and try to go with, Netflix, but Netflix didn't want him. You're seeing Zack Snyder's success over at Netflix. I mean, it's Army of the Dead. Zombies are kind of going downhill, right? In terms of popularity. Walking Dead's not doing as well as it once did. And yet Army of the Dead, huge hit. Army of Thieves was a huge hit. I don't know, guys. To me, it sounds like we're very much on our way to restoring the SnyderVerse. Corey, what's your thoughts?
It's feeling pretty good, and I think you're right. I think that they're going to look at the numbers and they're going to make some money. Is what my hope is.
I agree.
Sickness brought up a good question though. Aren't the numbers they tracked just for the Zack Snyder's Justice League and not even for Restore the SnyderVerse? So
yes. You're right. As far as I could tell, based off what I read in their video and then on their website, you can check out their website at Home Brew. I think it's homebrewagency.com, something like that. Much better video than the Smallville thing.
If it leads to Restoring the SnyderVerse, I'm okay with that.
Okay. Well, good.
Yep.
Dadpool, nice. Yeah. I mean, it's undeniable. Just like I put in our thumbnail, you can't deny it anymore. Anyone who tries to say, oh, it didn't do well, Zack Snyder's Justice League is killing physical sales. It's destroying stuff. Freaking China, which is the second biggest market for films, it broke Endgame numbers. Streaming services all around the world crashed because of the Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
HBO Max, it does extremely well. It's hard to deny it. You can't deny it. Anyone who tries to say it's not successful, Corey, you know what we got to say to those people?
What's that, buddy?
I'll tell you what we got to say to those people when they try to tell us.
Is that what you think? That's exactly.
It doesn't matter what you think. What?
Kevin Mary, yep. Okay, cool. I'm sorry. Thank you, TJ. Tony, I'll try to get to your questions. You can always mention. I think you're on Facebook. You can message my Bat Channel Facebook page. I think it's Holy Bat Channel, and you can message me through there, and I'll try to reach out to you and answer some of your questions. Igor, my man, it's good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. It's been a while since I've heard from you. The numbers have always been there. The sales of Zack Snyder's Justice League related merch has been the majority of the top sellers on the DC shop page since well before the release, and still is. You're absolutely right. And the fact that it's still up there for Amazon DVD sales, and it's even beating the Suicide Squad. What else do we have to tell? David Zasloff is looking at this, guys. And when he gets in, he's going to be making some changes. And I think some people are going to be trying to save their jobs now, and they're going to try to look like they're on the Snyder Cut bandwagon. I think that's what you're going to see. You could potentially see Walter Amada change his attitude soon. I could see him maybe doing a formal apology to Ray Fisher. I would love to see that happen. I'm not sure if it will, but I think if he tries to save his job, you'll see a formal apology in Q1. And that'll be his way of being like, look, I tried to fix it.
There's no saving it.
You know, I would still want Walter Hamada gone even after that. But Tony says, I like your name, Bat Channel. Same Bat Time, same Bat Channel. Batman is my top favorite hero of all. Batman, sorry, is my top favorite hero of all. And do you also wish to see Batwoman in the DCU as much as I do? I can tell you're a huge Batwoman fan. I think it'd be cool. I mean, to me, it always depends on the story. You know, how well are they going to do it? How, they're going to treat it with the respect it deserves. And if it's a good story, if it's a great story, then yeah, why not? I'll accept a Batwoman in the DCU. Not sure how they would do it in terms of what the Snyderverse plans are, but maybe if they wanted to add Batwoman in the Reeves verse, okay. I would love to see a Bat family story at some point. That would be cool. Something a little more comics. Adding Batwoman in DC would not only restore the Snyderverse, but it will also improve it. I don't think Batwoman is the deciding factor of the restoring the Snyderverse, but it could improve it if it's done well. Igor says Army of Thieves is the best capper film without the word oceans in the title in a very long time.
I agree with that.
I agree. Yeah, Army of Thieves was very well done. Even my Wonder Wife Sarah, who is a big heist fan, said that she loved it. And it was like one of her top 3, I think she said, heist films of all time. TJ says, here's the biggest sign HBO Max contracted Michael B. Jordan about his Superman project when he turned down the Abrams role. Exactly. I mean, and isn't that interesting? Like J.J. Abrams, we still haven't heard a single thing about his Black Superman project. If anything, I almost think it's not going to be I think that project is dead. Once Michael B. Jordan signed on to be signed on to be Val Zod's Superman for HBO Max, there's no reason to do a Black Superman solo feature film anymore, because especially a Clark Kent Superman, because it's like you have exactly what fans are excited for, which is Val Zod and Michael B. Jordan doing it. Like, so get the hell out. Same Bat Time. That's what it's always about, Tony. Same Bat Time, same Bat Channel. That's exactly why we came up with it. Integrity says, did anyone honestly think Zack Snyder's Justice League wouldn't sell like crazy? Walter Hamada didn't think it would. Toby Emmerich didn't think it would. Those were probably, and Sarnoff didn't think it would. Some of the very few people in this world, and they're all alone. Sarnoff has to go after that letter. Oh, absolutely. After she completely said, shut up and, enjoy what we give you. When the movie just came out, that was the dumbest thing for her to do. She was trying to back up her people, Toby and Walter, and that was a mistake. TJ says, like Walter Ma, nah, he's gone. He couldn't even greenlight the Adam film. Oh, right? I mean, imagine that. Zach was so far ahead of his plan that if they just trust the vision, they would have beat Marvel to the punch on a lot of things. They would have beat Marvel to a black super. Well, I mean, Cyborg. The Cyborg film was supposed to happen before Black Panther. You know, it would have beat the Atom with Ryan Choi. Would have beat Shang-Chi. It would have looked like Marvel was following DC's formula. Sorry, it's the truth. Igor says, couldn't care less about JJ's film. I agree. I do, however, still have interest in what Spielberg would do with Blackhawks. Oh, yeah. I mean, God, they had been talking about that film forever and still really no information on it. I hope they get that rolling. Walter Hamada thinks Wonder Woman 84 is better than Zack Snyder's Justice League. Unfortunately, yeah, that's he's obviously not the brightest.
I am not a smart man.
He's not a smart man. I mean, when you think of Walter Hamada, this is honestly, he's just
disappointed.
That then says, somewhere in the multiverse, Warner Brothers never interfered with Zack's vision, and we are enjoying their success with DC films. Yeah, that would have been the truth in a lot of cases if they did just stay out of his way and let him do the movie he wanted. They would be very further ahead than they would have been if, yeah. The DCEU would be in very good space right now, unfortunately. But hey, that doesn't mean it's done. Like I said, with the Home Brew and their information on the data about, it's not so much, and for integrity, I know what he said earlier, it's not so much that we didn't think it would be a success. It's proving to the general audience and the world who are Snyder haters in the first place. It's just another thing to throw in their face and be like, what now? What's your excuse now? Well, Zack Snyder doesn't understand Batman or Superman. How? you know, what else you got? If you're going to go back to that old chestnut, then let's break it down. Anyways, Integrity says, honestly, I think Hamada and Sarnoff knew it and would sell like crazy too. That's exactly why they put out cul-de-sac hit pieces trying to kill hype and save their jobs.
I agree with that.
Though, if they were trying to save their jobs and they knew it was going to be so successful, I guess at that time they didn't know Warner Brothers would be sold to Discovery. So they probably crapped their pants a little bit when they heard David Zaslav was coming in and was gonna clean house. I mean, he's already starting to bring in people now. You're hearing from Jason Killar that he's looking for a job. Toby Emmerich is looking for a new job. I wouldn't be surprised if you hear from Ann Sarnoff soon that she's going to be looking for a job. To me, Walter Hamada's pointless. Everything he's tried to do, he's failed at. He couldn't even get. Here's Walter Hamada's excuse. You can't do the New Gods movie that Ava DuVernay is working on because Darkseid's in Zack Snyder's Justice League and we don't want to get people confused. Yet it's a cul-de-sac, right? He cancels that project. Then you have the Trench project that he's working on with James Wan, his good buddy, James Wan. And they cancel that project. And then they come out with the news that, well, actually, it was a secret Black Manta movie. Then why not just say that? You actually would have helped saved your movie because people would have been hyped over that, not the Trench movie that no one really cared about. So the truth is, it wasn't even that. He's just using that as being like, oh, see what you lost? And people are still like, okay. Walter Hamada's going down. Everything he's tried to do has failed miserably. I mean, he wants to do a Plastic Man movie. What? You want to do a Plastic Man movie before Ben Affleck's Batman, before a Cyborg film, before a Martian Manhunter film, before the Atom film? Ryan Choi was one of the greatest little additions. Well, he wasn't even an addition. He was a restoration of Zack Snyder's Justice League, People loved his character, and even I was kind of like, oh man, I can't wait to see his solo film. Why? Have you heard about the plans for Wonder Woman 3? If you're referring to Jason Momoa, Aquaman being in Wonder Woman 3 to do an Amazons versus the Atlanteans, I have. That's a cool idea. I have concerns about Wonder Woman 3 with if Zack's. And I'm not saying Zack Snyder needs to be involved on everything, but at this point, as long as it's not Jeff Johns, or just simply Patty writing the story, because Patty enjoyed Jeff Johns' storyline for Wonder Woman 1984. And I thought, obviously, I didn't like 1984. as I always say, my wife and I, after we watched Wonder Woman 1984, we were trying to decide if we kind of liked it because it was Wonder Woman and we love Wonder Woman and Gal Gadot is a perfect Wonder Woman. And then when you try to cut that out, you're like, it was actually not a great movie. Igor should say, you should use the disappointed from Kevin Kline as Otto in A Fish Called Wanda. Oh yeah, with Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, hey, I'll have to find that. I'll have to see if I can find that clip. Batman says, honestly, let Warner Bros. Do what they want with their main continuity. Just give us the Snyderverse in addition. Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of people get confused with when it comes to the Snyderverse community. A lot of people try to say, oh, well, the Zack Snyder fans, they just want the Snyderverse and that's it. So they're not real DC fans. And for the most part of what I can see, most Snyder fans are like, no, you go ahead and do your Matt Reeves thing. Go ahead and do this other stuff you're trying to do. Just if it's a multiverse, why can't we have the Snyderverse? And honestly, you'll make more money that way. I mean, you're already doing so much Batman content that it's like ridiculous. They're really overusing Batman to the point where Batman might become a little dull soon to the general public. Hopefully that won't happen, but hey, might as well. Meet the Spartan says, someone posted on Twitter but couldn't say much, but asked to show up the support. Or you're talking about the culture nerds, right? I did see that post from them. Ann Sarnoff is looking for a job. Oh, did she say that? If you have the article, send that to me. Integrity says they've been trying to squash the momentum, but it's too late. They picked the wrong hill to die on. That's badass. I love the way you say that, Integrity. Bat Dan says, bring back Alan Heinberg, the guy who did the screenplay for Wonder Woman 2017. Yeah, I agree. 1984 was trash. I felt bad for Gal Gadot. I did too, because honestly, I think that's what's somewhat affecting her decision about Wonder Woman 3. And even Patty, maybe, for Wonder Woman 3. I mean, though she's not doing the Star Wars Squadron anymore. No, they, especially Patty Jenkins, are bringing back Chris Pine again. They better not.
Are they really? They're gonna
Is that seriously a thing? No, that can't be a thing. that can't be a thing. Chris Pine.
We're just going to keep killing him and killing.
How are they going to bring him this time? And is she going to weirdly molest some dude? That, I mean, honestly, let's be honest. No one would ever feel molested by Gal Gadot. Don't tell Wonder Wife that. If she's watching this, honey, I love you. My wife and I actually got new groove rings. She got the Wonder Woman one, and I got the Batman one. So
what happened to your other one?
I love you.
What happened to the other one?
No, I still have it. I just to wear a ring, my nice ring. I don't want to ever break, because it's made with dinosaur bone in it. So I try to keep it safe. Keep it
pretty cool indeed.
No, let's see. Facts do you and let us do us. Yeah, absolutely. The Flash movie is a freaking Batman. Oh yeah, it might as well be Batman into the Flashverse. If the fans were united, they just accept Snyder and realize when it's over, you just reboot. Zack Snyder's Justice 3 was supposed to be out by now. Yeah, and I think that's one of the most disappointing parts about the Snyderverse is that if they would have just followed Zack's plans, one, it would have been an incredible 5-film arc with all the spin-off films that were attached to those. But Zack had the plan. He was giving Warner Brothers the option to reboot everything at the very end of his arc. He was going to do a comic book accurate Flashpoint film with Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Thomas Wayne as Batman, and then everything. He was going to do it. The Atlantean War against all that cool shit that we were so excited for. He was going to do that, and then he said himself, and I believe oh gosh, I'm totally spacing who also confirmed this. Was it Chris Terrio? No, I think it was someone else who confirmed it. It was Jay Oliva, who does a lot of the animated stuff for Zack. He had said that if they wanted to at the end, they could reboot everyone. If they wanted to keep some of the characters like Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Ezra, they could do that. But Ben Affleck would be done. If they wanted to be done with Henry Cavill, they could. It was up to Warner Brothers to choose who to keep and who to drop.
It would have made lots and lots of money.
Stupid. It's just proof that Warner Brothers are a bunch of idiots. Igor says, I have no problem with them doing their shiny, happy super friends as well as the Snyderverse. Okay. But don't take away the films for us grown-ups. Well, yeah. Well, hey, you got super pets for all the little kids. Banson's doll, watch this space. Pattinson's doll. Watch this space. Is that a movie he's in? I haven't seen it. I honestly, I've watched maybe 3 Robert Pattinson films in my life, and that was
Watch Twilight.
Tenet and Twilight. Yes, I saw him in Twilight, and that's why I was so hesitant on him. Mikey talked about it yesterday's on Rogues Gallery. Talked about what? Maybe I missed it. Mikey talks a lot about Snyderverse stuff, and he's been right about a lot of Spider-Man stuff.
I think he might be referring to them bringing Chris Pine back.
Shit. When Mikey says it, then it's like crap. It's most likely true. Hopefully it's just a flashback, though. Oh God, if they bring him back, that's just
let me do it. I can do it.
No, don't say that. see, when Gal Gadot shows up, Breezy Beast be like I said,
we hungry.
Let me do it. I can do it.
Oh my God. Hey. Kubi Malik says, I can't wait to see how Pierce Brosnan plays Dr. Fate Black Adam. That's one of the things I'm most excited for.
I didn't realize Pierce Brosnan was being Dr. Fate.
Yeah, he's going to be
I missed that.
Kent. Yeah, he's going to be Kent, Dr. Fate Kent. I'm excited for that. TJ says, yes, Corey, that's what Mikey was talking about. Oh, cool. Thank you, TJ. I appreciate it. Oh, God. No, Mikey, please. No.
Christopher Pine.
What's that?
Christopher Pine.
Hey, I love Christopher Pine, but I don't want any of that. He should be gone. It's done. Christopher Pine's character, Steve Trevor, he's dead. But hey, guys, as we come to the end, it's clear there's one thing we need to do as David Slasloff keeps looking at the numbers, keeps seeing the success and the engagement of the Snyder Cut. And that is...
Oh, man, you just got to play one game at a time and go out there and give 110%. And you just got to show you want it more than they do when chips fall where they may.
Thank you very much. Back to you, Jerry and Dan.
You just got to keep giving 110% and keep hashtagging Restore the SnyderVerse. Just do it. Just do it because he's paying attention. He knows the numbers. He knows what's going to be successful. He wants to make Warner Brothers the new streaming mecca with HBO Max, and there's a very easy IP that he can do and use for that. And for anyone that says, just we should appreciate what Zack Snyder is doing on Netflix, you can do both. And not only that, if Zack didn't want to do the DC universe again, why is he posting pictures of the Snyder Cut or Final Crisis to get us hyped again? And not only that, his company, Stone Quarry Productions, said when they signed their exclusive first look with Netflix that they are still willing to work with IP from other companies. And they specifically said superheroes. I don't know. That sounds like Zack holding up a sign that I'm ready for hire for DC to continue the Snyderverse. So anyone who tells you that bullshit that, hey, don't just enjoy what Zack is doing on Netflix and support him. You can do both. You can support him in the Snyderverse, and until he stops posting Zack Snyder stuff for Justice League and DC content, or he says himself, it's over, give up, then don't.
It's never
no point.
Over.
That's
what they tell us about Zack Snyder's Justice
that?
League. That's what they told us about the Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Exactly. They told us that the Snyder Cut didn't exist. They were wrong. They told us it would never be released. They were wrong. They told us that it wouldn't be any good. They were wrong. They told us it wouldn't be successful. They were wrong. They now tell us it's a cul-de-sac. It's over. They're going to be wrong. Because so far we're batting 1,000. Yellow Devil says, Trey, did you watch the Injustice movie yet? I have not. I really wanted to, but then when I heard everyone say that it's nothing like the games, it's nothing like the comics, they pulled like a few things and it was horrible. People are so disappointed. I didn't feel like spending $20 to watch it. I'll probably rent it so I can watch it, but everyone just said horrible things. Like people who I trust who know the Injustice comics and things like that said it was no good. Maybe toss Steve Trevor in the Lazarus pit. No, just Steve Trevor's dead. He's dead. Let him go. Rosenbaums, you got this vibes. No, TJ. No. Don't do it. Don't.
Somebody save me.
Is this true? Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Actually, Trey.
What?
Stop it. Get some help.
Somebody missing Kristen Craig?
No.
Somebody save me. Let your warm hands break.
Good call, guys. Good call, guys.
Good God. Integrity says, honestly, now is the perfect time for Zack to take a break and tweak Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3. His films age like fine wine. More break for a couple years will only build up the hype when it does turn. I agree with that. I don't want him to take too much of a break, though, because the longer we wait, Ben Affleck gets older, Henry Cavill gets older. So I don't want him to wait too long. Eric Patterson, my man, Eric. How you doing, man? You're never late. A wizard is never late. He arrives precisely when he means to. Peace Walker, dude. I think this is the first time you're here. Welcome, Peace Walker. Glad to have you here. These clout chasers and move on proper suddenly interested. Oh, people. I think move on. People suddenly interested in graphic novels. Motherfuckers are trying to distract the fandom. Don't listen to them. Yeah. Hey, you know, people got their opinions. I respect them, but sometimes I don't get what they're saying. It's like they don't think it all the way through, and it's like, okay, that's whatever. This is what I think. I rented Injustice on Amazon. Not great. See it for yourself. Yeah, Batman. I remember I convinced you to buy it because I was so hyped from the trailer, and then Zod Rider watched it, and you were like, I'm canceling that. Restore the Monoverse. Yellow Devil, you are such a funny troll, man. TJ says, yeah, Temple. Oh my gosh. Well, hey guys, restore the Snyder Cut. Well, yeah, right. Restore the Snyder Cut with Green Lantern. We need to see that. Tell me, do you bleed? You will. Trey, you've lost control. I have lost control, Dad. Like this, Dad, you're probably gonna be the new moderator. I have to get rid of. I'm gonna have to let you go.
Do you feel in charge, Trey?
No, I don't feel in charge. Hashtag defund the Monoverse. Man, you guys are coming up with the greatest. Restore the Peacemakerverse. Oh God, now everyone is just trolling.
What is going on? And where's Andy? And what is going on?
I feel like this when you guys are getting crazy and everything's getting chaotic. This is what it feels like on this show.
What do you mean biblical?
What he means is Old Testament, Mr.
Yes.
Mayor. Real wrath of God type stuff.
Exactly.
Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies. Rivers and seas boiling.
40 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes.
The dead rising from the grave. Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria. Enough, I get the point.
Mass hysteria. Guys, thank you so much, as always, hanging out with Super Bro Corey and I.
You're fired.
You're fired. We really appreciate you guys being here with us and just having a good time. Kind of got out of hand today with this. I'm not even going to say it anymore. See, that word is dead to me. Can't say that show's name.
What show?
But did you ever see the Geralt of Hamadaverse account on Twitter? Geralt, did he create a Geralt of Hamadaverse? Did Geralt of Rivia do that? It's on. I think it's in 1.7, something like that. I'll have to check that out, Batdan. Go ahead and send me the link on Twitter, and I'll check him out. Batdan, we'll definitely have you on the show soon. Like I said, it's just been crazy lately trying to take care of the dog as he's been having some health issues. But guys, thank you so much as always. Integrity, all of you, Yellow Devil, Batdan, guys, everyone in the chat, CJ, Igor. I'm missing people, but yeah, Yellow Devil, all you guys, Breezy Beast, you guys are phenomenal.
Trevor, Batdan,
Bat
Restore the SnyderVerse guy.
Restore the SnyderVerse guy, Red Hood, Oracle, still probably missing a ton of people. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Sickness, it's been awesome. I really appreciate you guys. If you can help us out by liking this video, sharing this video, subscribing to our channel, help us get to 300 subs before the end of the year, because that would be super awesome. But thank you guys so much for everything, and we appreciate you guys. And as always, hashtag Restore the SnyderVerse. Hashtag keep fighting the good fight for Autumn AFSP, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Help out the Batfleck movie account. They have a GoFundMe page right now for their billboards, just like it helped with the Snyder Cut. I'm sure it'll help with the Batfleck movie. You can find that at Batfleck Movie on Twitter. You can help them there. Release the Air Cut. Release the Air Cut. They have big stuff going on for them. Jared Leto talked about it recently. Kupi Malik, thank you, Kupi Malik. I'm sure we can go on and on, with everyone that's been here. Yeah. But guys, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure as always. Don't forget to tune in weekly.
Same bat time.
Same bat Smallville. Shit. I screwed.